Are you looking for a screen cover for your ICOM ID-52A handheld radio? If you are, stick around. I may have something for you. Hi, Steve here, K4SRF. Now, if you have spent as much money on your ICOM ID-52 as I did, the last thing you want is to have your display scratched. I've already got a small scratch on my display, and it's really, I might be able to buff it out. It's barely noticeable, but at least I notice it. Now, I've looked high and low for a screen cover for the ID-52A or ID-52 that is, and I haven't been able to find anything that's specifically for that particular radio. And there have been other channels out there of people who've made their own screen covers, and whether they work or not, I don't know. But I searched a little more, and I did find something that was specifically made for the ID-52. It's called FX, I believe, right here. I found it on eBay, and it does come with three display covers, three covers themselves. So it's like a cell phone. You buy a cell phone cover for your, for your display, and you get several either glass or plastic sleeves or covering for your cell phone itself. So getting multiple covers is something that's not unusual. Now, like I said, I had to order this off of eBay. It did come from Germany. It took a few weeks to get here, but it arrived today. So let's go ahead and I'll walk you through putting this on your ID-52. Of course, just putting it on today is not going to be able to let you know whether it really works or not. I'll have to do a follow-up video on that, but I want to go ahead and walk through putting this particular display cover or protective screen cover on your radio itself and let you see how difficult it is to put on. I've not put one on before, so as you see it coming up, it'll be the first time I've put it on. So let's go ahead down this road and see what it's like to put this thing on. Well, as you can see, my display's got some micro scratches on it, and it's got some nice little scratches right here. These are fine scratches, not gouges. And what I'm going to do before I apply any type of screen covering, I'm going to see if I can buff these scratches out. I'm going to buff this whole screen down, and I'm going to be using a Meguiar's plastic liquid, which is what I use on my plastic headlight covers on my car. Now, keep in mind what I'm about to do. If you want to attempt this, you do it at your own risk. I'm not taking any responsibility for your radio. This is what I want to do. So if you want to try it, again, this may work, may not. I've not tried it on this, but it should work. But if you're going to do it to your radio, it's at your own risk, and don't come yelling at me if something happens to your display. Keep it. Now, the two items I'm going to be using for this project is a microfiber cloth, and this is the Meguiar's plastic that I'm using. I want to stress again, what I'm about to do, if you want to attempt it, you're doing it at your own risk. This should not hurt the plastic at all, but I just want to make sure that this is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, and hopefully it shouldn't be any problem. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, after shaking the contents of the bottle well, I put just a little bit of the Meguiar's plastic cleaner and polisher on the microfiber cloth, and what I'm going to do is I'm kind of soak it in some, and just go to the radio and start to polish gently in circular motions. And like I said, this is what I do on my windshield. I'm sorry, not windshield, my headlights covers, the plastic headlight covers. And it seems to work okay. So I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work on this. And I say go in circular motions. I am going back and forth, up and down, but mostly in circular motions. That's what they recommend. The manufacturer, Meguiar's, recommends. Okay. Once I've kind of rubbed that in there a little bit, I'm kind of concentrating in the upper left-hand corner where most of the scratches are. I'm going to take a dry part of the cloth now and I'm going to polish it down. Now, mind you, I don't expect this to take everything out, but I do, hopefully it'll clean it up a little bit. Yeah, I still see a little bit of the scratches there. Yeah, I may not be able to get that perfect out completely, so what I'm going to do is going to take the cloth again, and I'm going to put a little more onto the cloth. And just kind of dab it in there so it's not too bad. I'm going to go over this area again here, a little more vigorously this time. I'm going in line with the scratches, opposite with the scratches, and in circular motion. I'm just going to go over the whole screen one more time. I'm trying not to give too much pressure to this. I'm just doing it with a very gentle pressure. Very gentle pressure. And like I said, I don't expect to get the whole scratches out, so if they totally disappear, that's going to be a good surprise for me, but I don't expect them to come totally out. But I could tell by that first application that a lot of the small micro scratches were removed. Alright, and take the dry part of the cloth, polish. My gosh, I tell you what, it looks like it's pretty much gone. There's another dry part of the cloth here, and let's see if you can. Yeah, it looks like they're pretty much gone. There's still a little remnants of them there. I'm not going to press my luck. I just want to remove it enough so I can put the screen cover on this, and because I've got a feeling I'll notice that scratch. Nobody else may, but I'll probably notice it and it'll drive me crazy. Yeah, that looks like it's pretty much got all those scratches out of there. I'm kind of getting a glare off the ring light that's on this table, but I don't see the scratches like I used to. So yeah, I think the Meguiar's did pretty well for this application. Once again, beating a dead horse here. If you do this to your radio, you do it at your own risk. Don't come crying to me if something screws up. Alright, let's go ahead and get the screen cover ready to put on this radio. Alright, I send you 3 of these, and I can tell you why, because I just screwed up the first one, so we'll try this again. I'm not going to show you the first one. I am not going to keep that video. I'm going to peel it off. It comes in 2 sections here, the bottom and the top. I'm going to try to peel both of it off. What you got right there. See, it comes off in both sections here. There you go, grab it by your little tab here. I'll make sure you got it facing the right way. Wish me luck. I'm going to be trying to do this while keeping the radio in the frame. Hopefully I can do this successfully. And it's a little tricky. It is a little tricky. I wish I could say it was easy, but it's not. I want to try it from the side here. Try it from the side. Line it up as best as possible. There we go. I'm trying to do it without getting bubbles in this damn thing, and it's failing miserably. But we'll find out. We'll find out. And like I said, I don't expect it to be perfect, but I want this to be as close to perfect, but that's just me. I'm just a perfectionist. I can be a real butthole when it comes to being a perfectionist. I'll try to eliminate bumps. So what I'm doing is I'm rubbing this. Sometimes I may just think it'd be easier just to leave the radio at home. No, just kidding. I've still got air pockets in here. I'm trying to force all the air pockets out. Actually, you know, if I use this card like I probably want you to, it would work a hell of a lot better. Now I know why they send you 3. What I'm going to do is take this card and kind of work these little air pockets out. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll find out, because apparently this company that I purchased this from makes vinyl coverings for a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I definitely have air pockets in here, so see if I can get these air pockets out. And you know, these are relatively inexpensive. And by the way, I would strongly recommend you have your radio turned off when you do this. Now, this is my first attempt, and I have got air pockets in here. I'm trying to get them out. They don't want to go out. But what I may do is I may just see how I like this thing as a protector itself. They're not, like I said, they're not inexpensive. They're not, you know, going to cost you an arm and a leg, but would be nice if I had done this correctly to begin with. But what I will do is I will try this. As you can see, I do have some air pockets in it. I may just try to work them out over time, see what happens. But it does fit, though. It does fit the display nicely. It does fit the display nicely, and I may end up just having to do this over again and get these air pockets out, because that's going to drive me crazy. But it does fit well. It feels durable. It does feel very durable. It's the air pockets I'm not too fond of, and I'm so used to doing this with cell phones. I thought I could do this with no problem. But I'm going to sit here and work with these things. I may end up using the third one I've got and put it on here. But that's basically how you put this protector on. And if you thought I was going to show it to you and it was going to come out perfect the first time, well, nothing's perfect the first time. So anyway, I hope this has helped you out a little bit here. That's basically that screen protector that's made for the ICOM ID-52. Well, as you can see, the installation process was not that difficult at all. Only time will tell whether this screen protector will actually work. If you're like me, you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars or pounds for your particular radio only to have the display get scratched up and dinged. In a couple of weeks or a few weeks, I may just do a follow-up video on this screen protector and let you know how it's holding up. Well, I hope the information I've provided you here has been helpful to you, and if you do need a screen protector, go on eBay and look up the company for these ID-52 protectors. They're not that expensive at all, if you don't mind waiting a couple weeks for them to arrive. Well, if you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so, and don't forget to click the bell to be notified of upcoming videos. Until next time, this is Steve, K4SRF. Enjoy the airways.